An amazing part of the city is that the Citizens Theatre down there. So we're in the Gorbals today, and I believe that over there's a an unused train station. You can see there used to be a bridge over that side as well. So something like 60% of the rail infrastructure in Glasgow got shut down in the 1960s. You can see evidence of it all over the city. There's lots of tunnels that people have put parties on and all this type of thing. So Glasgow Gorbals, in Victorian times this place was absolutely amazing. It was the old part of the city. The Victorians hadn't managed to knock it all down, so there was all these little houses with staircases. You'd have called it the old section of the city. It all got bulldozed. Then they put up these horrible high-rise flats that caused nothing but destitution. If you think about it, the Gorbals should be the highest property values in the city, because all you have to do is cross the river and you're in the city centre. But for years it was, in Victorian times, it was a poor area, it was overcrowding, they didn't have good infrastructure, but the houses were amazing. They should have been kept, they should have, usual sketch, they should have been listed and kept. So all this has been rebuilt and it's been getting gentrified. Just look, every other part of the city. So another part of Glasgow I love. So what are we up to today? What are we up to today? If you dig deep enough, the things you find are just amazing. So we spent a little bit of time today being very philosophical in wiring. Use the Ukrainian colours in this one. We're going to use yellow as positive and blue as negative. Ben, who's a regular on the channel. What are you up to, Ben?
We are wiring up speakers today, man.
Right. So you had a pair of scoops. We used them at the CCA.
Yes.
That was the last time you were on the channel. You've built these yourself.
Yes.
Now that looks like pretty complicated woodwork. How did you go about doing that?
Got them CNC'd and then jigsawed together.
Can we do this in Glasgow?
Absolutely.
So there's a guy in Glasgow that if you took a CNC design to, he can run it through his machine and chop all that out. There's a lot of woodwork in these things. Let's go and have a wee look. You point and I'll follow your fingers. So in fact, this is a Precision Devices 1850. Is it an 1850?
Yeah.
A PD 1850. It's a very dusty one as well. That's my hand. No, I've not got big hands. I've got fat fingers, but you can tell that the motor assembly on that driver is absolutely insane. It's 18 inches diameter, and that magnet must be 12 inches, and it's about an inch thick, 2 inches thick. So the amount of pull the motor assembly has got over the cone in these speakers is just absolutely bonkers. For years they were kind of the benchmark. They're not that powerful. It's like 600 or 700 watts. 800 watts. Well, that's a fair amount of juice. These things can usually handle 2 or 3 times their rated power for a millisecond. So it'll run at 800 watts. Maybe take a burst to 1600, 2400 watts. Amazing drivers. They're very, very aggressive sounding things. And if you couple them to one of these boxes, my God, what a racket they make. So the driver sits in here. There's not got one who can look up. Driver sits in here facing forwards. It compresses into this chamber. Then there's a folded horn in the box. It's about 6 or 7 foot until it pops out the front here. So the driver compresses against that. As the air goes around the box, the aperture gets progressively bigger until it comes out this bit at the front. When you start blocking 2 or 3 of them together, you start getting some maniac bass. You get a lot of air moving about. So today we were down doing a bit of soldering for Ben to get his sound system working. Does the sound system have a name, Ben?
Not yet.
Not yet actually. When's it going out?
26th of April.
Right, I'll stick a link to the event in the title of the description. So you've now got 4 big, the super scoopers, right?
Yeah.
4 big super scoopers. This is a kick bin. Now these bass bins, between 30 and 60 cycles. I don't think there's anything in the market even today. It's an old design, but there's nothing in the market today. If you put the right drive units in them, use the right amplifiers, they'll put out as much sub as these things. But as they start getting higher up the bass frequency, they're not so great. So what the reggae guys do is use a kick bin on top of it. So you designed these yourself, or you got one of your friends to design them?
Got a very clever pal to do it.
And what's this clever pal's name? We're going to give her a shout out.
Isa Gordon.
Isa Gordon. God bless you, Isa. Isa can do anything. She did a degree in, was it microbiology or something like that? I have to get her on the channel. Isa, get down to the ammo on. So Ben let her look through some white papers on loudspeaker design, and Isa actually come up with this design herself. So she's a very, very intelligent woman. So the system runs 18 in the super scoopers, there's a 15 up in this box,
Yeah.
Ben. Then you've got these little mid-top boxes, which I think look lovely. Where did the internal components from these come from?
These ones, this Martin audio thing is from the old Mungo system.
Oh, so that's part of the Mongols High. I've mixed in the boxes. That's a great sounding mid-high pack. So I think that's a 6-inch paper
I think so.
going up onto a 1-inch compression driver at the bottom.
And that's a 12
That's
inch
it,
one.
and a 12-inch horn at the bottom. So that's a lot of loudspeakers. It's going 18 in the scoop, 15 in the kick, 12 in the low mid on the top box, a 6 and a 1-inch. So they run passively, don't they? You just have to. There's a built-in crossover between them. Yeah. So you're going to have 1, 2, 3. It's going to be a 4-way system running five components. So we've had the abandoned train station. Ben doesn't know the name of his own sound system.
Not yet.
Not yet. Isa Gordon. Isa, officially, we're getting you in the channel. So all we can say to Ben is, get that stuff bolted up, get it out, start making a racket. The sound system culture in Glasgow has been amazing.
It's getting better.
But I mean, it's been about for years, hasn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know what the passion between Glasgow and reggae music is, but I've been exposed to it for 20 odd years, and there's some great sound systems in the city. There really are. Mungo's Hi-Fi guys, James at Hometown. There's a lot of different bits and bobs. I'm going to go down the road, get my tea. Ben, you're going to say bye-bye YouTube.
Bye-bye YouTube.
Right. Best of luck with the system, and as I say, Isa Gordon, we're having you. Right, thanks for watching. Right, bye-bye.